what's next is this is some spalted dogwood. Coming from a root ball, and there's some burling on the outside and some right on the inside. But I think I'm gonna have to twice turn balls, you gotta love them. But first,
that's a new tip. Yeah. Got to fill this spot in. That sucks. So we're not going to activate that. Just gonna let it sit. Let me tell you. That burl in there is just something else. What is... I feel like I got food on my fingers now for some reason. It's probably the wax I was just using. Nice. Alright, so time to sit. So the way I've got it mounted right now is so I can shrew this face up, shrew the side up, and then I'll be able to put it in my cold jaws and correct my mortise from where it shrank during the green turning process, or the twice turn process, whatever you want to call it. So just got to flush this up and the side up, and then we can correct the mortise and go ahead and do the bottom of it while we're there, and come back around to the face. Got a little bit of punky wood right here. I don't think that's gonna be a problem. I'm using a skew just to kind of smooth out any imperfections, any kind of places that aren't rounded very well. I never said I was perfect with a bowl gouge, but hey, just do what you gotta do till you get it done. This is a set of bowl calipers. One side you can get further in on something, the other one's for bigger pieces. I'd highly recommend if you're starting out to get a set of these. That's probably been one of the biggest things to help me out when I started out, and I still use it because it's just good to put your eyes on something, because sometimes it'll deceive you a little bit. When you're using a skew to get any tear out or to level anything up, smooth any spots out, just look for the white. And I always say just try to get the white out, and that's your tear out. The rounded places, you'll just have to judge that by eye, but your tear out, you can always see it's going to be white. And sometimes you'll have corners or little spots inside. It'll give you a little bit of fit like this little corner did. Just using a negative rake scraper on this to get that tear out. Because of that punky spot on that piece, I had to come back and do a little bit of hand sanding on the rim of it. When you got a punky spot, sometimes you can kind of see it where it's sanded back in a little bit. That soft wood will sand further back than the harder wood will. So that's the reason why I'm coming in and doing some hand sanding, touching up on the corners and stuff, just to make sure everything's flushed up and looks about even. I went with the Danish wool finish. I ended up putting about 4 coats all together on this thing. To get a really good high gloss or nice satin finish on the Danish oil, you really got to feed that oil to it and let it just soak in to where it can't suck it in anymore. Then let that kind of cure and dry, and then come back the next day and do the same thing. When it stops sucking it in, let it sit for about 30 minutes, then come back and wipe it off. And here's the finished product. The grain in this stuff is just stunning. It's just kind of amazing how you can find a old tree that's fallen over in the woods and turn it into something just beautiful. And that's one thing wood turning's taught me, is just always keep your eyes open. Be it in life or whatever, never know what you come across. Anyway, I hope you like it. Hopefully I can find some more of this stuff, because that's just beautiful. We'll see you next time.